Hey, good afternoon or good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. I've been thinking about this game nonstop since I played yesterday, and I definitely want to play some more. But it's good seeing everyone. Good seeing you, Crow and Grim. So, hell yeah, this is a fun little idle crafting game that I've gotten a big kick out of. Um, and it has been like a fairly fun little game. Took it off like a glove. Oh no. Day late and a dollar short. Yeah. Day late and a stream short. But yeah, this is a very fun little game. I'm definitely excited to be playing more of. Yesterday I had played for about like I think 3 hours or so. Let me make sure that my mic's on. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm not talking to a brick wall. Ooh, I get an achievement. Hell yeah. Oh shit, right, it's idle. It keeps going. Oh fuck. Holy shit. Um, I didn't expect that. Holy hell. Um, but yeah, yesterday I had played through for the first time. I've unlocked the whole second island on top of this whole grasslands island. Holy shit, that's a lot of resources. Oh my god. These machines been cooking. Come here. Yeah, free money. I don't know why, but this game getting like the virtual space and shit reminds me of that fucking cursed like filter Luigi from the Addies. Like it's like I just got land in the virtual space or some shit like that, and it's like for crypto. I don't know why, but this game sometimes makes me think of that. Yeah, holy shit, I didn't expect to get a metric fuck ton of supplies. Hey, Brandon buddy, hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Zika. Yeah, holy shit, I guess I'll be making a bunch of this. I'll be making a bunch of these. What's my max? 39. Start cooking. Oh yeah, I got one. Bricks. Half that. There we go. I guess I got plenty of XP to just start learning stuff. Holy. Holy moly. What did we get? It's always the damn blue banana. Voted for the slick wolf. As the, oh my god, 499 flint. I need to start making more of these. Oh my god. The one thing I really like about how I have the roulette thing is it's like you can, I gotta figure out why it exclusively does those too. I have about like 20 different things in the banana roulette. But I have it that like you have a chance of getting that for like really low points, or you get that if you just redeem like the 250. I think that's fairly fun. Oh my god, so many resources. Goodbye, cow. It's wild. I didn't know you'd get like that much. So under here has probably got like a bunch of stuff growing as well. Big rock. Bigger rock. I will now grab a drink. Everyone's getting blue bananaed. But yeah, I figured this would be like a fun little game to kind of sit back and chill and like just chat and shit like that. Oh, it's daytime now. As a little treat. My favorite is the mango scented one. Very tasty. Ooh. Oh, that's so many. Alright, let's see how many I've gotten over here. Because Jesus hell. Also, what's cool is the other area deloads everything while you're over here. Oh, right. Nothing really, loads when you're in a different area. Right. Damn, this whole island's like bald. Nothing really here. I could put just a ton of things into these. I could actually expand the land here. What game is this? I've never seen it. This is called Outpost. This is a little idle crafting, like relaxing game that I had randomly saw on my Steam when I logged in. I was like, oh shit, that looks kind of cool, and it was like 50% off or something, so it was only like $5. I was like, you know what? I think this is the chill game I was looking for. Because I was looking for something just kind of relaxing to play. Yes. So I was like, oh, this is like perfect. So apparently, like, there's a bunch of upgrades and abilities that you learn and you can craft and learn experience for. And, you can either be playing through it like this, or you can just do some stuff and then log out and it'll just, like, idle it for you. I personally kind of like being able to interact with all this. So I am doing, a surprise. I don't know. I don't know if there's guns, because this is supposedly just a peaceful crafting game, but I can build a crossbow. So I won't be surprised if guns are in this. I'm not surprised if it does end up having guns, which is gonna be really funny. Let's see. So I can start making like books and shit like that. Paper. I'm definitely going to make some paper here. Oh yeah. Ooh, I got something over here. Also, what's cool is you can wall run. So you almost got like some Titanfall action in this little Minecraft-like game. A little bit of parkour here. But yeah, this game, it was like just really peaceful. There's a really fun time playing through it the other day. It's not like the most intensive game in the world or anything, but it is nice just to kind of sit and chat. And just, like, pulp chickens and cows, I guess. So let's see, I can make a tome. I'll get some more paper. There we go. But yeah, it's, I don't know how the weather is for everyone else right now. No, Brandon's just doing Brandon things. But, it was relatively warm, the other day. Like, it was near, like, 70, 80, degrees Fahrenheit. And then today, it went from that down to 20 again. A little stinky. Not a fan of it. To be working outside a lot today. And I was like, man, got enough paper now? Yeah, I got enough paper. Let's see, got enough XP to learn more stuff. Ooh, 6,000. Market. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I keep seeing market stuff, but I've not actually interacted with, or credits I should say. I've not actually interacted with the credit stuff yet. More paper there, still making paper. Look at fish. These out. I've got so much food too, I don't even have to really worry about food. Earlier, like, there's no health bars or anything, so like, you don't really take damage from my knowledge. Maybe later on you do? Who knows? I've not gotten anything for armor. Ooh, I could use iron ingots. But, I can craft weapons and magic spells and shit like that. So, I don't know. Well, let's see. Right now, I'm just letting everything kind of cook. So, now my inventory, I'll have this. So here is your inventory in game. Thankfully, you don't actually have to place anything down. You can just keep everything here. And as you can see, I've got a shit ton of resources. So here's all your food items, all your edibles. Creatures. Tools, which is what's something that's really cool is every time you upgrade your tools, they just replace the previous one. So if I had like a shitty shovel and I get a copper shovel, it just replaces it. I don't have like extra inventory. It just removes it, which is nice. And I got like a weapon too. Here's all of like your passive abilities, which is cool, and you can upgrade them as well. And then letters for like story-based stuff. And then as well, you can craft stuff like this. Lets me go inside little caves. These kill animals and stuff. These destroy everything around it that's like plants or rocks. This is like a dispenser. All your stuff goes right into it when it breaks or when it like lands near it. Kind of, yeah. That's actually a very good correlation. Because it starts off simple and then it's just like, oh shit, there's actually a lot. So what I'm going to do here, apparently I can unlock stuff as well, because check this out. Ooh, goodbye, cow. So I have not only this crafting state, or this, resources inventory, I have a whole crafting system. So I can make a base, if I really want to. I don't have them unlocked yet, besides just the standard bed. You can do magic stuff. This can be very useful. I need to get this fairly quickly. This lets other islands stay loaded in. Essentially, when you travel to a different island set, the previous one stops, like unloads, and everything it was doing just stops. But having this keeps the other island loaded, and it keeps all the inventory and resources going. I've not done an imbuing table yet. I've not done the mill yet. Let's see. I could do some of these. It lets me grow plants. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do some here. Maybe I'll do some here. Here we go. There we go. Build another one. I know, right? Alright, so now I would just need like fertilizer and stuff like that. But I at least have these set up now. See, any more farming stuff? I got the mill. The mill could be definitely useful. Yeah, I'll build the mill. Like right there. Big ass mill. Normal fertilizer. Maybe I'll leave them for now. What else can I craft? So I've got these collection nets, which are nice. They occasionally catch fish and stuff. I have everything in here except that recycler. Skill enhancer. Maybe I'll have to check that out. Let me check out this skill enhancer. Place it right there. So, interesting. It's just my my unlocks I have gotten. Interesting. Move speed increased by 20%. Reduce objects' health by 16%. Raises critical chance by 10%. Fish spawn 40% more often. Reduces structure cost. Ooh, structure cost is actually very useful. I'll buy that. Yeah, I played Trove a very long time ago. I'd probably say it was like 8 years ago. Um, it's a lot different than what it used to be, I believe. I had a roommate who was really big into Trove, and I think he still is to this day. That's all he would play. And I joined in for a little bit. Like, occasionally I'd hop in and do some stuff, but for the most part, I was just very passive with it. Ooh, shiny. These shiny items as well give you a shit ton of bonus XP and resources as well. So they're very useful to break down. So for example, that gives 10. The shiny broke down and gave me 100. I'm going to start advancing more stuff on the other island as well. But right now, I'm kind of just doing some crafting stuff here to get caught up. There we go. So now, builder's glasses allowed to see the range. Iron sword. I've got all of these. 6 or 7 years since I've played. Yeah, like, it seems cool, but it's just a little bit too much for me at times. A sandbox like survival game I actually played a lot of is 7 Days to Die. I played a shit ton of it. Like, I'd first started on PS4 because I didn't really have a PC that could really play it at the time. But that was my big game I always played. And I used to play it with some friends, and I still remember I dedicated like a whole month. Like we just no life did it. Like I was still at my first job as an adult, and I'd just come home and I immediately hop on with some friends and just play for like the entire day. Ooh, some iron deposit. This is gonna be useful. But yeah, 7 Days to Die was so good. I'll probably play through 7 Days to Die at some point on stream. Me and Adzi share stories about all the times we've played, and we definitely want to do like a server at some point for us. Getting iron deposits really nice. That sounds good, Crow. It's good seeing you. But yeah, I'll probably do this for like 2 hours or so. Have a fun little time today. We got tomorrow off as well, so I may do some streaming tomorrow. But usually on my days off, I do kind of like rest up a lot because I'm constantly doing stuff. Wonder if I could build one of those things in here. Let me see. Oh, you can't build them in here. Oh, fuck. I was gonna say, oh, it'd be perfect if I could build one of those machines inside here, but no, turns out you can't. Big rocks don't really seem to have a purpose. Ooh, wheat. I guess at this point, my objective would be just to get enough XP with this. I didn't mean to accidentally deposit all of my XP in there, but alright. Lesson learned. Still reminds me of like Quake and like almost like Counter-Strike movement as well. It's a very smooth, like it feels like you could do some bunny hops with this. There we go. It's time for me to rest up. Oh, I need food. Good to know that you need food to be able to sleep. do wish I could add my own extra little piece of land as well. Because I would definitely build like a little base. I'm also keeping my base all the way over there because these areas spawn like better resources, and I wouldn't want to like reduce how much useful space I get out of that. There we go. But yeah, last night we ended up having a tornado warning, which was a little scary. It's like, damn, already? Like, we ain't even in like really springtime yet. We're getting tornado warnings. Just an easy way for me to kind of get just a little bit of XP. Holy shit. I fucking jumped. Hey, good to see you, Raph. I see you have that thing almost finished. I didn't get to fully read your messages yet. Oh no. I didn't get to fully read your messages yet because I wanted to read them all at once, but I saw the previews of essentially the what you were saying. So I'm definitely excited to see that later on. But I hope you're doing well today. Ooh, 25% swimming speed. Interesting. Max that out. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll gladly test it out. Ooh, hell yeah. Say if you want as well at any point, I can definitely stream playing the map too if you'd like. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But that's definitely gonna be really sick to see the little changes and stuff. Oh yeah, absolutely. Find some fun little custom modes to put on. Once I've done, I have a ton of little changes. The add-on. Ooh, that's fair. I get so unorganized with my stuff. I always try to make sure I keep everything organized, and then like midway through I forget to organize it and I'm like, well shit. But yeah, that's gonna be really sick. Oh my god, there's so many resources here. I should have enough resources now to make some iron. Let's see, iron ingot, max out. There we go. Copper. Holy shit, 70. Yeah, it's like I have this island. Also, it turns out all the resources as well kept accumulating while I was offline. So when I came back, it just like dumped 1,000 resources on me. I was like, holy shit. This section now has a second little island as well, which is pretty nice. I need some more XP put into here to get that going fully. Huh, there we go. Almost got enough XP for this. I'm curious to see what else this has to offer in this island. It looks like you get the upgrade like 4 or 5 times. And then it will introduce a new island to you. Which is kind of a thing that a lot of idle games will do. One thing with idle, like, clicker games as well is, when you get to, like, the final segment, it'll offer you to, like, essentially, prestige. And you get more resources quickly and, like, faster XP and shit like that. But everything resets. I don't know if that does it here. I don't think it's going to, considering how big the crafting stuff is. But yeah, that's how a lot of these games have so much retention, is like they'll have what's it called? And then behind the prestige as well, you'll start gaining more, like, different resources for prestiging, which can let you unlock new areas as well. That's at least, features that the idle games I've played in the past offer. And then, like, the more times you keep going through it, because a lot of these idle games has it that, like, you just get quicker and quicker prestiging through the first, like, base campaign or base world. Then you'll use the prestige points to unlock abilities to go into, like, new game plus worlds and stuff like that, or new game plus areas. And it'll get to a point like, for example, there's leaf blowing simulator. That game, it will take you about like 4 hours to get through the first campaign. But then, like, your third time going through, you can actually beat the whole thing in, like, 2 minutes. But then you unlock way more extra worlds and extra things. That's how they get you in the loop with these. Yeah, it's wild. It'll be like, it's like stuff that felt like it took forever to, like, unlock stuff for. It's just like instant. It's like, oh shit. Let me see if it's even worth breaking these big stones. 500 XP, that's not really worth it. When the stones themselves just offer like 20 and 35, yeah, it's not worth doing the big stones. I don't know what they're really for yet. Maybe they're for something else. Ooh. Ah, that's rough. Oh no, 338. Holy shit. I didn't realize they had that many textures in there. I guess it is the entire town, but Jesus. I was just looking through my folder for all of my my tagged textures for one of the GoldenEye maps I had, and I think it was like 15. Holy shit. Oh, I can't imagine how long that's gonna take. Hopefully it's not like miserable to have it all tagged out. But I can only imagine, like, anything's going to be a miserable if you have 338 things to sort through. Oh, man. So this unlocks a new island for me. Now I'll get new abilities. Oh, there it is. There's new ability. There's another new ability. I'll get one more. These areas are kind of hard to have these production machines, or let's see, deforestation. Not hard to get these. I don't think they're in range. It's in range of that. I don't think it's gonna be in range of anything else really. Also, probably once I get this 4th video, or I guess technically 5th video, for GoldenEye out, I'm probably gonna do another one of the Perfect Dark breakdown videos. I'm gonna be very happy once I get all the GoldenEye stuff finished. Oh my god. This next video is going to be tackling all like the spawn points and the maps and stuff like that. And that's a project in itself. So I need to get, I already have plenty of B-roll footage thanks to like Graz and TH and like everyone else who plays the multiplayer. But getting like actual example videos and stuff is where it kind of becomes a real pain in the ass. The duplicates. I have to assume it's like what's it called? Like the duplicates were due to like parts of the maps kind of like being loaded in at their own separate points or something, right? So it's just like one segment of the map had a specific texture loaded, but because it has all of them loaded, or like all of them extracted at once, it essentially like has multiple of them. Yeah, that's what I figured. Cause I was thinking of like the Hyrule Castle and stuff. Cause they're all loaded in segments. I was like that makes a lot of sense that they're like duplicated because of that. It's kind of similar with Ratchet and Clank as well. Ratchet and Clank, all the AI for each level and textures for each level are actually duplicated. They didn't have a um what's it called, like a universal tool. So they essentially every enemy and every like texture is like copied or remade from scratch. A good way to kind of think about the Ratchet and Clank levels in a way is like you know, like those community project mods where just like a bunch of people work on different levels and stuff. That's almost kind of what it feels like, because it's like that's genuinely like what the Ratchet and Clank games were. Oh, absolutely. Let me see if I can put one of these down. Oh, no glass. Damn. Okay, it's breaking some stuff. Okay, it is. Let me catch this. Let me go back to my base now. Pretty sure I'm getting plenty of iron at this point. Yeah, understandable. It didn't help either that they were essentially had less than a year to work on the games. Yeah. Here's what the next world is going to be. I have to assume it's going to be like a desert. Or not world. Next set of islands. So we've got grasslands. We've got like arid, mountainous, like quarry mine or quarry section. I have to assume the next one's going to be like desert or something. Gonna have like more glass or something like that. Okay, so max this out. Max that out. Still gonna get something to grow here. Oh my god. Punched a rock and a tree appeared. Let's see. Collect all that. Oh my god, that's a lot of resources. Oh shit! You can accelerate the crafting. I didn't know that. Holy shit. That's so useful. I was sitting here waiting this whole time for some of this stuff to get finished out. Doesn't look like it uses any of my XP either. And I can honestly just do a few and then go to the next one. Damn, I didn't know that. This game's so cool. I really like this. So many extra little features I didn't even think about. Okay, so what can I do now? So I still gotta get iron ingot. Let's see, iron. Yeah, 28, that's gonna be so wonderful. Accelerate like for this. So, you can see here in the UI, if I hold down my mouse, it'll start accelerating. Kind of the same way as like if I'm interacting with like, like breaking trees and stuff like that. I had thought the whole time, um, it could have been a skill I obtained with XP as well. Let me check, actually. I guess I'll check it here. Precision, handy. Oh, that's a skill. Okay. It wasn't always a skill I had. The swapping to the tools automatically. Okay, so there's a chance this is. Reduce craft time, reduce structures, boost your reach. Allows you to see important information about some builds. Feature drop 100% more resources. Move speed increased. Shiny resources. Loot chests. Jump. It doesn't look like it's a skill I acquired. At least I don't think. But I think I just didn't pay attention to the UI. So let me sleep to regen some of my energy. Like the moon. Reminds me of like the original like old builds of Minecraft. Let's see. What else do I have here? Every 60 seconds, will charge all nearby builds. That is kind of really interesting. It could be worth making that. Photo mode's kind of cool, but I don't really need it. It's not expensive or anything, but I don't need it. Could do the ukulele. That is like very useful. Oh shit, you could pin it too so you could see. So if I'm going around, I can see what I need for resources. Neat. I will craft this. Oh my god, that makes it so much quicker. Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is a fantastic game. It's definitely one of those games that you wish you could like forget so you could replay it for the first time again. I still remember playing it for the first time. 'Cause it's funny too because like there's so many games that have a similar name to it, and I constantly would mix it up. It's like, oh yeah, Outer Worlds. And it's like, no, it's Outer Wilds. It's like, oh fuck. But I played it. I was like, damn, this is such a good game. I didn't beat it, but I have seen like like the ending and stuff like that. Yeah, it's so funny how like just a single like few letters changed the entire game. I think they're having an Outer Worlds too. But yeah, Outer Wilds was such a wonderful game. Yeah, I knew only like the bare minimum when I first had gone in. Let's see, time loop. Oh yeah. I realize what goes in the solar system is so damn cool. Yeah, it's genuinely like stupidly cool. That and kind of like if we're going on like really cool unique puzzle kind of games, Tunic. Tunic is really cool. Um if you like top-down Zeldas mixed with a little bit of like Dark Souls-y combat and that kind of like figuring out the world around you aspect. Tunic is really, really good. Tunic is a one-of-a-kind, or like, yeah, one-of-a-kind kind of games. It's definitely a game that you wish you could forget so you could learn it all again. I also recommend fully going in blind for that, because that's like the whole, what's it called? The whole premise of the game, essentially. But Tunic is phenomenal. I'm trying to think of other games that are kind of like that for me. To regain my life back, I'll catch up on my game library. That's kind of a bit of why I want to started to do streaming as well. This kind of gives me a justification for going through old games I haven't played in forever and playing more of my Steam library. Because I've kind of been warming up my content creation and my streaming with games I've already played a lot of. So Perfect Dark, Donkey Kong, Ratchet and Clank. But I want to start expanding out to games that I haven't beaten or like has just been sitting in my library. 'Cause I've got a ton. I've got so many games. It's like, it doesn't help either. It's like, you'll be like, oh, I'm gonna like, I'm not gonna buy anything this year. I'm not gonna buy like any new games until I play other ones. And it's like, oh shit, the game I've been keeping an eye on for a decade just dropped. Well, shit, I guess I gotta buy it. Oh, Steam sale, where you can get a bundle and get like 20 games for like $5. Well, shit, that's a steal. I gotta get that. And then before you know it, you've got another like 100 games. Oh, dude, the 80% off, that fucks me up. It gets me every time. My favorite thing exploring a Steam sale is when they have bundles. Because it'll be like, oh, you could buy this game for $10. Or you could buy a bundle with this game for $8 and you get the other game as well for 50 cents. I actually just did that with this game. It costed, I think, like $5.98 or something like that for this game. Or if I bought it with another game, it was $5.50. I don't know. I don't understand why it's cheaper to buy 2 games than 1. But I'm like, you know what? I'll take it. And then that's how I end up with more games. So it gives me it justifies that I'm going to play that game too, probably. I'm going to be honest, I haven't even looked at the second game. So I have no idea what it is. It could be really cool. I have had some amazing experiences playing through games I bought in a bundle that I didn't expect to like. Titanfall 2 was one of them, and it's in my top 5 favorite games. I bought Battlefield 1 and it had a bundle that was like, oh, you get Battlefield or Titanfall 2 as well, and you get some like basic DLC and stuff. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. It's like, it's cheap enough. I'm probably not gonna play it at all. I'll probably just stick with Battlefront 1 or Battlefield 1. And I just ended up not really caring for Battlefield 1. It's an amazing game, but it's just not for me, and that's fine. But I was like, well, I got Titanfall 2. I guess I'll check it out. I fell in love with it the first multiplayer match. I still vividly remember the first multiplayer match I had. I remember dropping in. It's like, it's almost like a childhood memory. It's wild. It's like, that's how magical that game is for me. It works with McDonald's, so people figured out how it works for games. Yeah. And it's just like, that's why I always like to try to give some of these extra little games a chance, because Titanfall 2 was such an impactful game in my life. I used to play competitive Titanfall. I used to play, like, I was constantly in it. I think I have like 2 months or so of actual in-game multiplayer time in that game. Like, I think I was like, prestige like 60 or some shit. Like, it's such a good game. I would love to play and stream that, but because of the DDoSing that happens with that community, and um just a lack of kind of like consistent multiplayer matches, I think it would be a lot of dead air with me just kind of sitting here waiting for matches. But if I could like get a consistent like ton of matches just back to back, I'd love to be streaming that. It is one of my favorite games ever. I love it to death. It's so good. Ooh, got a new fish. But like, just talking about these games and stuff makes me so excited for the tier list. Because I'm going to be sitting here, I'm going to be yapping for a while about some of these games. I've got so many good memories with Titanfall 2 and like Perfect Dark and Ratchet and Clank and like you name it, Dark Souls 2. I'm going to have some games in there that's going to surprise people as well. There's going to be some games that I'm going to rank really low. That's going to surprise people. I'm going to have some games I'm going to rank really high that's going to surprise people. And then, like, as well, it's like, it's not, this isn't like, if I was to rank a game low, it's not me being like, oh, this game's trash. It's just me being like, hey, I respect this game for what it's done. It's just not for me. And not every game needs to be for somebody. That's the beauty in different genres of stuff. So if I'm like, hey, I don't really think this game that's like critically acclaimed is for me, I think I'm going to rate it like a 2 out of 10 in how much I enjoy playing it. Oh, Crash, damn. I was just kind of chatting about like, I don't know what the last thing you heard, but I was going on like a yapping spree about how much I love Titanfall 2. But it makes me excited because like every time I talk about these games, it makes me excited because I'm like, it's like, oh, I can't wait for that tier list. But yeah, I know how it can be on the internet for some people where it's just like if you say you like one game more, it means you hate the other. So I always try to specify as well. Um, so I'm like, if I rank a game low in my enjoyment rating, it doesn't mean the game's terrible, it just means it's not for me. But yeah, Titanfall. Yeah. Titanfall 2 is such a special game for me. Oh, speaking of games that I wish I could completely forget about and replay again is Undertale. That was one of the most influential games I've ever played. Because like I was a part of the type of people back then that was like, oh, this game is terrible because somebody online said it's terrible. And like I was young and I just was like, I just based my opinions off of other people online. I'm like, well, if this popular person said it's this, then it must be this. And like I never gave the game a chance, and then one day it was on sale. I think it was like $1 or something. And I was like, you know what? I'll play it. I'll play it to prove that I don't actually like this thing. And then I played it. I was like it wasn't that I was like, oh, I'm going into this game to shit on it. I was going into it be like, oh, I just want to see if it's like if I actually hate this game or whatever. Because I kept hearing people around me, like friends of mine, being like, it's really good. And I'm like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Like I think I'm going to hate it, but I'll give it a try. And it is one of the few games that has actually gotten me to cry. Um, that is such a wonderful game, and it was one of the most influential games I've ever played because that was a big learning what's it called? Not like learning moment. Like life lesson for me, I guess, of teaching me that it's like don't base your opinions off of what other people say. Um because like I genuinely fell in love with that game. Like it's wonderful. It deserves like all the praise it gets. Now the community's fucking scary. I don't interact with them. That community is really, really wild. Um, but it's a game I quietly praise. But yeah, it's wonderful. It's very much a game that like is one of a kind. And Deltarune's really cool too. I didn't care for chapter 1. Um, but chapter 2 is phenomenal. Chapter 3 is phenomenal. My spouse is actually really big into Deltarune. So I actually have Ocarina of Time. I got Majora's Mask on my Wii with Wii points. Um, I ended up getting into Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, funny enough. And I never fully clicked with Majora's Mask. I thought it was really cool, but anything that kind of has a timer on it stresses me out too much. And just because the whole game's premise is being on a timer, I just couldn't beat it. But it's really cool. Yeah, I'd probably agree. I think Majora's Mask has some really cool things, but I enjoyed my time with Ocarina of Time way more. I know a lot of people are like very adamant that Majora's Mask is better. I'm like, yeah, they're both fantastic in their own ways, but like I think I'd prefer Ocarina of Time more. If we're talking about 3DS ports as well, Ocarina of Time 3DS port is significantly better than Majora's Mask's one. Majora's Mask one is like so half-baked. It was like the developers didn't understand the original game. I got plenty of XP now. Let's see, do I have enough for this? Oh shit, I actually completed this. Now I just need to do this stuff. I need the iron ingots, a scroll of bone. I don't even know what the hell all these are. Yeah, they changed around a lot of stuff. Majora's Mask specifically changed up a lot of things for the worst. Um, like, your swimming mechanics are significantly slower. You no longer have, like, the insanely fast, like, dives and boosts like that underwater. You swim extremely slowly. Um, they made it that like certain abilities work way slower than others. Narrow. I don't know if you watch Narrow at all. He has a really good breakdown of the differences between the 3DS and the N64 port. I can't remember if it's from his video where he works on the Majora's Mask textures or if it's its own separate thing. If I find it, I'll link it to you if you don't see it. But he does a really good breakdown where like he even compares like the speed of like when you're Deku Link um bouncing on the water. It's so slow. But Neryl's one of my favorite YouTubers. He seems like a really down to earth and cool person. But yeah, it's bad. Because Ocarina of Time 3D doesn't actually change that much. It changes a little bit of um like some physics. It adds gyro controls, but all the stuff they add is like a net positive. They add a hint system as well, where if you're stuck, it'll kind of show you where you're supposed to go, and you can refight bosses and stuff like that. And it's not forced either, which is nice. But it's just for people who may have gotten lost. Like I definitely used it a few times when I was a kid. Um, which is nice that it's in there for people who need like hints and stuff. I always like when games have a sort of hint system. I'll grab another drink. Oh yeah, it's wild. It's wild how many games on the Nintendo 64 have like broken meshes and broken seams. Fun fact, the Perfect Dark sniper rifle has I think 2 or 3 broken UVs on it. But because you're playing in game, you never really notice it. Um, it actually, when I was doing the snow texture pack for it is when I found them. And then there's a shit ton of broken seams as well in Carrington Institute and stuff like that. Funny enough, Carrington Institute is one of the few levels that use no textures for some of their parts of the levels. Which is something GoldenEye had a lot of. Like the PP7, half that thing is just an untextured weapon that they essentially shaded black. But yeah, the lights in Carrington Institute in the bottom half where like the tunnels are all just untextured colored in. Um Pretend you don't see it. You may be how the GoldenEye editor gets away with doing it is they just generate like a 1 by 10 or a 1 by 1 texture, and it's broken in like viewing, but that's how they I think work around that. So you may be able to just do like a 1 by 1 generator. I've surely got enough resources now to start making some stuff. I got the recycler. Also, let me check my phone real quick. I am getting messages. A lot of messages. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. I was not panicking, but I was hoping that was not my work being like, hey, we need you in. Let's see, design investigation table. Did I already make that? I don't think I've made this. Design investigation table. Does not look like I've made this. But, yeah, if the perfect gold editor was able to do that, you may be able to just easily recreate something in that line. Carrington Institute uses it. Area 51 uses it. I think the Skedar Ruins uses it. Skedar Ruins does use it. It's the skybox. Some surfaces are like two adjacent triangles. Yeah. What else is there? Oh man, what else is there? There's another level, I think. Funny enough, Datadyne Investigation has a textureless model as well. It's the Easter egg initials that doesn't have any textures to it. There's just one text, I fixed it. Huh. But yeah, I think that's all the levels. Because I did a deep search into everything that has no textures. Yeah, it's written in the geometry. But it's interesting because it's written into the geometry, but it's not verti shaded. So you can have it written into the geometry and then do verti shading on top of it. Which honestly, I'm surprised they didn't do more. But they were really trying to show off how much they can do in the Perfect Dark engine. Storage chest, interesting. I'll research this. And fuck, I could just hit this and it just automatically researches it for me. Damn. Chests. It's insane. They've got like textures out the ass. They've got textures that are way bigger than GoldenEye's. They've got voice acting for so many things. There's so many weapons. There's, I think, 39 weapons or 36 weapons or something like that. They have, like, just numerous shit. They've got the verti shading. They have the snow effects, the rain effects, the lightning, the vehicles moving, all the extra pathing and the action blocks, the dynamic lighting, the X-ray, the cloaking, because the cloaking is its own separate thing as well. They have high res and low res mode. Like, oh my god, it's so impressive. Then they got the co-op, they got the counter co-op, they got multiplayer. Like, fucking hell. And it's wild too because the multiplayer, the engine's slightly different compared to the base. The way the levels work, the way the portaling works in single player works differently in multiplayer. Like, it's insane. The reason why the multiplayer works and is smoother than the single player is because the portaling works closer to GoldenEye. Like, it's just insane that they have, like, so much different things. Yeah, exactly. It's like you can, in the multiplayer too, you can, like, if a grenade goes out of, viewable portals, it still connects to the ground. On where there's not, where the portals aren't, loaded in. It's so impressive. The fact that weapons are all stored in the RAM too. So like with GoldenEye, there's the slowdown every time you swap your weapons because it essentially forgets the previous weapon you had. Where Perfect Dark, it's all saved, it's all memorized. That's why there's no slowdown when you equip weapons. It's insane. What am I doing now? Oh, I can go in here. I've got all this. I may as well research Beehive because I need honey. Yeah, just insane. I still think Perfect Darks holds up to this day when it comes to stuff. There is still things that like we've regressed in gaming that Perfect Dark. Um Perfect Dark still like outclasses some of this shit. Yeah, exactly. It like it automatically has the weapon loaded. Like it's so cool. Oh right, I can actually just hit this and learn this quickly. I keep forgetting that. Carpenter workbench, that sounds useful. But yeah, like holy shit. Yeah, research this too. Get a bunch of this research stuff out of the way. Ooh, what's this? Cooking pot. Yeah, co-op, like the hell, counter co-op. Like you never see that in anything. Like it's such an impressive thing. You don't really see challenges in anything. It has like speed run stuff. Um it's so cool. Like the fact it saves your stats as well. That's so impressive. I think in a perfect world, well, we got RMGK now, so you can play Perfect Dark seamlessly with RMGK, with NetPlay. But in a perfect world, I think there should be a mod that is made that disables the save or the stat saving. Because what I found out is the reason why Perfect Dark desyncs in NetPlay, whether it's the PC port or it's the what's it called, the PC port or the base version, is because it's constantly saving stats. And because it's constantly saving stats like nearly every tick, it desyncs, and that's why it's instantly desyncing anytime people go to play. Yeah. So if we ever got a mod that removed the stat tracking, because it even saves your stats when you don't have a profile loaded, in the chance you save a profile. So if they ever found a way to get rid of that, it will probably fix the desyncing in stuff like AQZ. I know Axedoomer is very talented when it comes to knowing how to do stuff with that, like with the coding and stuff. But I know he generally doesn't really care too much for Perfect Dark, which is fair. So he doesn't have too much interest in it. But currently as well, with RMGK, it's near seamless. The problem with AQZ was it essentially needed that not to exist. Where RMG, it just bases it off of one person's save and stuff. So honestly, if we didn't have RMG, we would probably need something like that to play Perfect Dark. But because we have RMG, it's way more accessible that way. Yeah, so RMG or RMGK, which is RMG Calera, is a branch of, I think it's, Mupen? Yeah, it's Mupen 64. It is a branch of Mupen 64. And then AQZ is a branch of Project 64, which is what 1964 is based off of. But Calera was used back in the day, I think, for GoldenEye, and then it kind of got abandoned for a while. And then RMG was kind of like base RMG was a really shitty net play system. Like it's really bad, but it was the only way to play Perfect Dark, co-op and stuff like that. Um, but RMGK resurfaced while the tournament was going on. I shit you not, it's seamless. Like Adzi lives in Australia, and I live on the East Coast in America. And what normally would be about like lag 8 or so, like let's say we set up for lag 8 on AQZ, the inputs were like lag 4, which is like insane. It's insane how like much the frame delay got cut down by RMG. It's genuinely impressive as hell. Let's see, anything else for me to learn? I guess I can research this. But yeah, like genuinely super cool. Jump charger, interesting. Yeah. So, it's a specific amount of like input delay. But with AQZ, it runs at a smooth 60 FPS for the most part, and it always stays that way. But the problem is it has a terrible input buffer. How it works, instead of it registering like, let's say player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4, and it's just like they're all having their stuff imported at the same time, AQC has it where it's all a single string of inputs. So it'd be like player 1 inputs A, player 2 inputs A, and it just does it down a string instead of it being like 4 strings. And because of that, it causes like a terrible delay in your inputs, and everything feels like it's ice physics. Even when you have like lag 2 and shit, it still feels a bit like off. And something I discovered as well is the reason why it feels a bit off is because of the control support for it. It doesn't have a really like a solid middle ring on your joystick input. So instead of it being like, let's say you have 3 ranges, you have your inner circle range, your medium or your middle circle range, and then your like the long, or what's it called, like the outer ring. Um, and instead of it being like fairly distributed, where it just like all of them have their own segment of being like 33%, 33%, 33%. AQZ has it that the joystick essentially is like 33%, 10% in the middle, and then like essentially 50% in the outer ring. So you go from 0 to 100 like super quickly, and it's really hard to kind of get a grasp on it. Even like the big pro players kind of struggle with it. You can really see the improvement in aim when people swap from AQZ to Kalira, but with RMG Kalira, it has frame dips because it's emulating the like the loading in the textures and stuff. And people for some reason would kind of prefer AQZ over RMG just because there's no frame loading or texture loading. The texture loading happens every time a new weapon is pulled out or a character appears on screen. But it's honestly not really bad. And it's getting so many improvements as well that probably in like, I don't know, quarter 2 of this year, quarter 3, we're probably not going to have to worry about that anymore. listen, we've got all that set up now. What do I need to do here? Utilities, design investigation table, cave entrance, market, carpenter workbench. I've got honey. Let's see. Do I have the thing that lets me do honey? Farming, cooking pot, planter, gather, beehive. There we go. Yeah, I think that'd be such a like a wonderful thing to have with the PC build. Like for me personally, I like to just kind of like play casual multiplayer, but like when it comes to Perfect Dark, I'd much rather play like the co-op and stuff. And like just being able to play the co-op with somebody would be like so cool. Especially if like we can get it like backported into like the Friends of Joe mod as well. And then like Friends of Joe would just have like a seamless net play, and that would be really sick. Because from my understanding, it hasn't really been updated in like a long time, right? Yeah, that's a shame. Let's see, what can I do now? Oh, that's a shame. Is he working on anything else, or is he just kind of like, just taking a break from the community? It's funny, despite how much I am a part of, like, the community and stuff, I don't really ever interact with a lot of people. I only hear about, like, FGS and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever actually interacted with him. That's what I heard. Is he the one that designed the PC port? I remember hearing, it was like whoever designed the PC port, like, didn't even, like, play the game. Oh, okay. I think, what was it? He originally saw it as, like, just like a fun project. Oh, damn. Aw. It's impressive how far it's come, though. Especially, like, once, the all-in-one add-ons got backported into the game and stuff. There's some really cool stuff from Friends of Joe, it looks like, that's added into that mod. That would be really cool to see backported into the base as well. interested to know or to see if the GoldenEye PC port will get net play as well. I have a feeling since it's being developed by people who actually play a lot of GoldenEye, and do like a lot of modding for it. I have a feeling they're probably going to be working on the net play branch as well, and making sure that it is playable. Oh yeah, absolutely. Maybe I'll craft one of these. What do I need? So I already did the bug net. Fishing rod. Quiver. Which I don't really need a quiver yet. Ooh, maybe I'll craft this. Yeah. You know what's wild though? It's got 10 times more people interested, but like nobody's willing to work on anything. Like it's wild. Everyone kind of just sits there and pokes each other to work on the stuff. Like Merc made the XBLA editor, and there was another guy who was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm making a XBLA editor." And he's like, "Oh, I got it like I have things available." And we were wanting his help for um doing it, using it for like the comp last year, and he's like, "No." Like he just refused to like lend it out. So Merc was like, "Okay, I'll go make it." And Merc made a wonderful one. Honestly, it's significantly better than the other one the guy had. And the guy waited until the day Merc released it, and he was like, "Oh, by the way, here's mine." And that editor that was released by the other guy, it's terrible. It actually crashes your computer. But like people reach out to Merc and they're like, why doesn't this have like more things in it? Like and Merc's like, "You can help." Like I think a lot of people don't realize that it's like it takes a lot of effort to make this stuff. And like not only that, like it's a lot of time. Like you're spending a lot of time and you're only one person. But like the decomp, or not the decomp, the PC port for GoldenEye is only being worked on for by like 2 people, I think. Yep, a lot of people want things done. Everyone wants their own mod made for them, but nobody's willing to make it themselves too. I have gotten plenty of DMs where people saw Adzy's texture pack and they're like, can you make me one?" It's like, no. Like I made the texture pack for Adzy because he's one of my closest friends. Like, "I'll teach you how to use the editor." Nope. It's like, "Oh, okay." But that's you kind of see that aspect in everywhere. Not even just modding, it feels. But that's just how it be. Okay, so what do I got now to do? Got this, amber, shell orb. Ooh, I can actually make this. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's very notorious for like work and shit. Ooh shit, not max. There we go. People getting paid to do stuff and behaving like they're doing a favor. Yeah, I know, right? I've definitely seen that as well. You see some wild shit. Yeah, I can't begin to tell how many people I've gotten DMs from that just expected me to make it for them. And it's like a lot of times they're not even like, it's like, hey, I really appreciate what you've done and what you've made. Is there any way you could maybe do this? I've just had people go, hey, I like what you did with Etsy. Make it blue and send it to me. Like, no. Like, Like, one, that's already hard, but two, like, that's, you just demanded something from me. Not even a hi. It's like, if you had somebody come up to me and they're like, hey, I really appreciate, or like, I really admire, like, something you've done. Is there any way you could, make something for a mod I'm working on or something like that? I'm like, oh, hell yeah. It's like, I'd gladly do it. Basically, at the DM, the guy wanted me to work on the backporting stuff to console. Merc got a DM about the XBLA port thing. He's like, "Oh, can I do this specific feature?" And Merc's like, "It's not available yet." And he's like, "Why should I waste my fucking time play or making or using this then?" And Merc's like, "You could help out and add that feature." That guy didn't want to. Yeah, it's like, ah. But yeah, absolutely. But it's just wild. Not made any bottles. Let me make some bottles. I gotta look at some of these maps that's in Rex GoldenEye mod. Um, there's a bunch of maps in it. It's almost kind of like the all-in-one mod, but for GoldenEye. And, the thing is, though, a lot of the levels that have been added in, a lot of the multiplayer levels, um, they look very outdated. Like, there's no vertex shading or anything like that. It's very bare bones. And I really want to go in and kind of give them like a nice little touch up to them and add like proper vertex shading. Because like that's where I truly excel at is the vertex shading and the UV editing. And I definitely love, because there's some amazing looking levels. There's some really cool looking levels that came out like the last decade and stuff, but they just have no vertex shading, so they look really bad. They just look full bright. And I'd love to go through and just give them nice little like remastered touch-ups. I don't even care for credits in it. I'm just like, I want these maps looking as good as they deserve to. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of repetition in some of these. Especially since at the time they were just getting like pulled out and worked on individually and then ported back in. Funny enough, Ares mod is more recent. He has a map where it's like Grand Library, and despite it sharing the using the exact same textures from the base game, it's duplicated. It's duplicated in the mod. Oh, Verti's coloring, like, really brings to life these games. Like, it genuinely always baffles me that more N64 games didn't use the Verti's lighting or Verti's coloring and stuff like that. What do I make now? I'll just make a bunch of bricks. There we go. Oh, for sure. Like, it's wild. If you ever want a good example of how important the Vertice lighting and, like, the unique coloring is, um, there is a website called NoClip, no.clip, and it's got a few Rareware games. It's got Banjo-Kazooie, it's got Donkey Kong 64, I think it's got Jet Force Gemini, I can't fully remember, and it's got stuff like that. Um, Banjo-Kazooie is fully finished. It's been fully decomped in it, which is really cool. Like, it actually looks like the actual levels, like the enemies placements and everything, they react to stuff. It's really cool. Donkey Kong 64 though doesn't have anything finished. So you can look in there and see how important the Vertice shading was because of the fact that it removes a lot of the moodiness to the game. Oh yeah, Blender's also really much or a lot like that. Something funny is, when I was younger, I always wanted to get into doing 3D modeling, but it's one of the things I actually never really touched. I was always waiting. I always had this mindset that you needed to have a really good setup, like a really good computer setup and stuff to be able to do the stuff like that. Like, I held off on doing digital art for so long because I was like, oh, I need like a really good tablet and a really good computer to back it up and like the art software and stuff, until I learned that it's like, no, you don't actually need all that stuff. Um, just start with whatever you can. I actually started doing digital art through just a mouse, and like essentially a freemium art program, and I did um, digital art through my phone of all things, because it has a little pen, a little S Pen. Yeah, exactly. Anything can run Blender now. Just copying Vertex colors over from NoClip into Blender manually. Interesting. That's actually sick. But yeah, funny enough, I went from doing digital art on my phone, and I ended up going back to my computer and continued doing mouse. Like, all of my thumbnails and stuff I do whenever I work on like YouTube thumbnails, um I was doing it all through mouse and keyboard. It ended up just being way faster for me to produce some of this stuff than like hand drawing things. But I kind of stopped doing YouTube thumbnails because, like, realistically, I'm not really getting any views on the YouTube VODs themselves, understandably. Like, there's millions of people out there doing streams and YouTube VODs and stuff, so it makes sense. So I kind of just stopped, like, putting hours of time into making thumbnails. I loved making them, though. But I'm like, realistically, I'm getting, like, 2 views per VOD. So I'm like, they're kind of more just archival purpose for me. Um, but yeah, it's because like you see a VOD that has like one, you see a VOD that has 2 views, or you see a VOD of somebody you have no idea who is, and like, are you going to give a chance on somebody who has like 100 subs and like 10 or 20 views on their VOD that is 3 hours long, or are you going to go with a YouTuber or someone that you already trust? And it's like, understandably, people are gonna go for the ones they trust. And funny enough, when I had thumbnails made, I was actually getting less retention. So I was like, you know what, that works out for me. At the most, people can see my fun little OBS overlays in the thumbnail. Because that's the one thing I really enjoyed doing, is I loved doing the OBS overlays. Like, I've got this one. I had one for GoldenEye, but I was like, I don't really care to play enough GoldenEye on stream to have a separate one for it. I've got my Tube TV one, and then I have my Doom one. And I really enjoy making them. Um, like that was a big fun aspect of starting up the stream stuff. I plan on making another one in the future that's kind of a more general one, because a lot of these are just for like retro games and stuff. But I want to have one that's more modern for when I do play modern games. So I think it's a lot of fun to switch them up. Man, it's so easy to just make these now. I don't gotta worry. Let's see what I can do. So I'm getting a ton of honey. Apparently there's something like a launch pad. Jump charger charges your next jump by 1.5. You know what? I'll make this. Let me put this. Very big. I'll place it here. Okay, so it makes... Interesting. I don't know if it was fully worth it, but that is kind of cool, I guess. Go up here. But yeah, I definitely enjoy doing the stream and stuff. Like, honestly, my favorite thing is chatting and stuff. It's like, I personally don't care for like having a high viewership or anything like that. As long as I get to like chat with people, that's the thing I really enjoy. Like, would it be nice to have like a lot of people? It's like, yeah, sure, but like I would take having like 4 people and like an active chat over like, I don't know, like 50 or so, and like it just being like quiet. Yeah. That's my favorite. It's like, you don't you don't see a single I've had some streams that like I didn't see a single comment for like 2 hours or so, and then the first comment I see, I finally see like a comment appear, and it's just like, did you know you could buy viewers? Like, thanks. Universal paint. I don't know what the hell that is. Or scroll of bone. So I guess there's stuff I'm missing. But yeah, it's sometimes it can be a little daunting because it's like oh man, like doing like a stream or content creation and you're not getting like many views or many active things, but then it's like you gotta like kind of I'll pull myself out of the picture sometimes and be like, there is thousands of people that are very similar to me right now who is on these streaming or YouTube platforms who are also getting one or two, and there's people who may have been doing this for years who may still only be getting like one or two people or like 10 or so views. And once I kind of got over that little like thought process, it made like just doing what I want and like streaming what I want like way more peaceful. Because realistically, everyone does go into content creation or streaming stuff hoping to be um at least some sort of like successful with it. But like I know sometimes it can kind of be like it's like, well, I put a lot of effort into this but people don't see it, or it's just hard to like get connections or viewership and stuff. But like I've seen like there's some like really big YouTubers and content creators that like didn't go anywhere for a long time that like finally found their niche or like got lucky or finally like paid off through algorithm and stuff. Like what was it, like Markiplier? Markiplier was like really small. Like he didn't have any like viewership and stuff until it was like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's like you can do the best you possibly could. You could do better than some of the biggest content creators out there. But if like luck's not on your side or the algorithm and stuff like that is not on your side, then you're like there's nothing you can do. And it definitely sucks, but like there's nothing really that you can change with that. Oh yeah. Like look as a funny example, look at the Haktua girl. She went from being just like a factory worker to like the number one person on the internet for like 15 minutes. Like your life can just drastically change just out of nowhere. The biggest problem is too is just like sometimes if somebody like if you get put into stardom instantly, there's so many people that just do not know how to control it or like how to handle it, and it can definitely be like way too much. So it's like it can be like a really cool thing to be like to become popular with stuff, but it's like at the same time you can be like way too overwhelmed with it. And it's like, for me personally, I know my successful niche so far has been doing Perfect Dark and GoldenEye stuff. Because, like, obviously I've been very big in um, the modding and the multiplayer scene with GoldenEye and stuff. Um, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared to do a lot of just one or two games because, like, if I get burnt out on them, then I'm kind of like stuck just doing content for it. See, that's kind of what happened to the Flappy Bird Dead. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it just overwhelmed him. Like his stardom overnight, and it's just like you got not only stardom overnight, but like people being nasty and like all kinds of shit, and like he's getting like emails and all kinds of stuff, and you get like not only like nasty people, but like obsessed people or like advertisers and all kinds of shit just all at once. But like the most successful, because like I'm also just not a very like active person on social media, so it's like it's kind of a little hard to cultivate stuff when you're not really posting anything. And like, to be honest, I don't really know what to post on social media stuff. um but my most successful streams and stuff has been GoldenEye editor and Perfect Dark editor and Perfect Dark mods and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like not only that, you already got like people, you've got so many people who do the same thing. Like if you want pro players, you've got Adzi and you've got Braz. If you want no commentary, almost everyone in the community does no commentary content creation. If you want fun, wacky mods, you've got very limited stuff, and you've got like Adzi or 6490 and stuff like that. You don't really, but like so many people just do the same thing, and most people who tune in for GoldenEye and Perfect Dark aren't actually really interested in the streamer. They're just interested in watching the game. And for me, I like to do a lot of stuff that's like, the game is like, not the focal point. It's like the conversations, and it's the, connections and stuff. That's the main thing for me. But like, having a general viewership of people who aren't really interested in that is kind of like, it's like, man. And like you see that in a lot of communities too, but it's just like, that's the big thing I want to do with my content creation stuff. Yeah, absolutely. You get a lot of people too who just kind of want to have like a quick view of like, it's like, oh, like a game I grew up with, and they'll view it for like a stream or two and be like, hell yeah, it's nice seeing it, and then like they're gone. And it's like, that makes sense. Like I've done that. Like I've done things, or I've done like interactions where I've only watched a stream for the game and not for the creator themselves. So it's like, it definitely, I definitely understand it and everything. But that's kind of why I like to do the variety. But even then, like, if you want like a variety retro streamer, you got like Snoop Blacks, you've got like, what's his name? There's a few people on Twitch I watch that do like a lot of variety stuff. You've got like Vine Sauce, Jerma, but it's definitely a big variety of content creators. Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, not only are these games, these games used to be big at one point, but obviously with so many new games and other popular games, um, you you see less and less people come in for stuff. But yeah, it's been really nice chatting with you. I've always appreciate that you come in and chat and stuff. It's really been nice getting to know you and like everyone else um a lot more since I started streaming and everything. So definitely appreciate it a lot. If I didn't really get to chat with you through this, I wouldn't have been able to see like all the progress you've done on the mod, and I wouldn't have been able to like really chat with like some other people on here. Like it's genuinely like really cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, having a solid conversation and stuff like that's can be quite tricky. Especially you get people that like chat a lot too, so it's like they'll chat about random things, so it's like any sort of actual conversation will kind of get lost, which makes sense. Like you have a whole chat room, and it's like it's bound to get um unorganized in the conversation. But it definitely has been really nice getting the chat. I think I've got enough resources for a bunch of this stuff. Oh, for sure. My big thing is I overwhelm my stuff. Ah, okay, got ad for 20 seconds. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. Um, the thing for me is I get very what's it called? Um, invested in a lot of projects. Like when I work on mods, I'm working on about 5 mods at once. And then not only will I be working on 5 mods at once, I'll be working on videos. I'll be working on a video. I'll be helping out with Adsy with the tournament or content creation. I'll be doing like numerous things at once on top of already doing life stuff like with my spouse or my job. And I kind of get like very not really burnt out, but like I'll get overwhelmed and I constantly it's something I got to do. I got to work better on. But just like I'll just have like these ideas. I'm like, well, fuck, if I don't um, work on this idea now, I'll kind of forget it later on. So kind of just sitting and doing a stream where I'm just doing like one thing has been a really nice reset on um, multitasking the stuff. Because I shit you not, sometimes I'll be working on a video and I'll be working on a mod at the same time, and then midway through, um, I'll hop in with Adzi and we'll start recording stuff for a video or stream of his. And then I'll go back to doing this. And then we start randomly playing another game. And then I still have the video slightly getting worked on in the background. Like, that's how much I'll do, like, multitasking. And then I'll also have a YouTube video. But it's funny because outside of doing stuff like that, I'm very, like, one track. I'll just do one thing at a time. But when it comes to doing mods or content creation stuff, I'm, like, all over the place. And it's like, it's fun. I really enjoy it. I like working fast. I like being fast-paced. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, like, the best thing, too, is just, like, at any point you can just restart. There is no time frame of when you need to do it. Like, there's numerous mods. Like, I've already released a lot of mods throughout last year. That's not even a quarter of how many mods I actually worked on. Put an ungodly amount of hours in that map. Really can't wait to release it. Yeah, understandable. I would have been so burnt out working on it. That's kind of how I am with my big diabolical mod. It's a big like wacky mod that I just got burnt out because I was spending so much time on it. So I start doing a bunch of little small mods that I can then incorporate back into it. Where does this go? Go in the water? Huh, it actually goes into the water. Interesting. You know what? I'll have it sit on like the side or something. I don't know what this water does, but I'll make some of these. But yeah, like I'll be working on so many things and I'll just kind of get like either overwhelmed or like burnt out a bit. But so it's something else for us. Yeah, that's a mood too. And like my thing is, if I don't work on the thing at the moment I think of it, I'm not going to have the same thought process when I come back to tackle it. There is a mod that I actually need to finish, but I just didn't, like, the action blocks are just too much for me. It's the Area 15 mod. I've got, like, everything done for it. I literally have, like, all the notes for how the level plays out and everything. I just need to do the action blocks, but I got, like, overwhelmed by it and, like, burnt out. So, how do I make this damn die? Speaker, eater. Oh, allows plants to grow at night. Interesting. Now research the bed. I can't. The action blocks. I just can't wrap my head around them. Like it's genuinely baffling how well like Merc and Rec are like just able to understand and work with them, and Zika as well. Like it hurts. It hurts my brain. You summon a map and it's super simple. Like do this, do that. Yeah. Um, for the most part, in the Area 15 mod, I have a lot of guards that are programmed just to be like that. But then I need to have like, if the security cameras detect you, doors lock. Or if they don't detect you, certain doors are locked. Um, guards spawn in after certain points. Alarms go off at certain points. Just stuff like that. Nah, this is for GoldenEye. A fun little modding series I was working on is a Perfect Dark kind of demake. It's a silly little. What'll be nice as well is I'm gonna be having a essentially a lot of free time for streaming coming up in April because my spouse won't be home for like pretty much a month, going on like vacation and stuff, and I kind of want to dedicate that time to doing a lot of like fun little projects or like streams and stuff. Yeah, double jump's really nice. Makes it feel way more fluent to like get around the map, especially with the wall rides and stuff. But now I'm kind of just figuring out what to do next. I actually need these. Okay, that's actually perfect. That's how you get it. Lamp of Amber changes the biome of your personal cave to an amber cave. Interesting. Huh. Alright, so now I need... Advanced workbench, magic. You see it has synergy with the the anvil. I don't know if it's like registering. Could always make a second one. Unless it has to be like only connected to one thing. Oh, I bet. I've been trying to get myself to work on the blender more. But something really funny is I hadn't really worked on any sort of editor prior besides Doom's. So like my knowledge on general editors or like programs had only been the Perfect Gold editor. And it ended up helping me understand it better because it was like I didn't have to worry about anything being like backwards compared to general editors or 3D programs. But now when it came to trying to learn Blender, now I'm kind of like struggling a bit. But that's a big thing I really want to get into is Blender. Because Blender just seems so useful. Just in the short times I've used it, it's just genuinely really cool. Because I have a few maps I want to finish up and everything like that. Let alone I just want to learn how to use Blender in general. Yeah, exactly. It's just like I don't have like the baggage or like it's like, oh, I'm used to doing this in this editor where this one doesn't do this. Stuff like that. Okay, it does look like it only connects the one. Oh wait, it connects two things here. So why doesn't... Nah, I'll just build another one. Amber pickaxe. Huh, interesting. I'll be taking that. Let's see, one problem I have now though is compatibility with Perfect Gold editor. For some reason PGE won't open a map exported from the add-on. Huh. I wonder if it's a specific thing of hex coding that's changed. If your mod has any sort of hex coding edited, the Perfect Gold editor will not register it at all. That's a small reason why if you ever look at GoldenEye mods, none of the menus, like all the watch menus, they're never edited in color, because the menu editing is tied to hex editing, and if you change it, you essentially can't work on your mod anymore through it. So like for example, the Bloodlust mod, um, it has a custom red menu or like watch menu, um, and it's done through hex editing, and changing any sort of hex editing whatsoever just completely bricks being able to use the PGE. Which is really annoying because I'd love to have like support with hex editing and work on stuff through the PG at the same time. But funny enough, if you want to make sure nobody can steal stuff from your mod, um, just uh, just do some hex editing. Because of like most people use the perfect gold editor, so they'd be shit out of luck. All of my mods are available through PGE, but that is something funny I did learn. Sometimes though, I'll see some of my stuff like stolen without credit or anything. I'm like, man, maybe I should put some X editing in it, but I'm like, nah. Personally, for me, I don't really care if something of mine is used, but as long as like you're just willing to like give a credit, it doesn't even have to be like it's like big credit. Just at least acknowledge. But I've had that happen a few times now. It seems like a rite of passage for most people in the community. I've seen so many things like taken from others. It was almost like a diving board. So now that works. Let's see, what has synergy? Oh yeah, absolutely. This work. Oh, neat. Is that... No, none of these have synergy. But the carpenter workbench. Cauldron. Right. Are these collecting any water? There we go. But yeah, you'll kind of just see that stuff happen anywhere. It's not even tied to like a community, it's just everything. Oh, I'm curious to see what this is. So no longer need that stuff equipped because apparently it automatically equips it. But if I do this, Maybe not. Do I need to have it equipped still? There we go. So, spark of displacement. Okay, so it takes some XP to fire it. So what is this? Bone staff. Spawns a creature. Doesn't seem to be spawning any creatures. Maybe I gotta be like, down here? Oh, no luck with that. Oh well. Unequip that. That spark of displacement's really useful. Got my iron sword. These connect. Let me try seeing what my hammer does. I wonder if I get my full resources back. Let me try doing it on something simple. Oh, looks like it. Yeah, it looks like it. So I'll probably reorganize my stuff. Is there any system differences between day and night? For this, it turns out that plants don't grow as fast during the night. And I think there's some other stuff that happens. I think you get slightly more tired during the night. But yeah, at first I thought there wasn't really any different system to it, but it turns out there is. There's things that you can counter it by, like getting heating systems for plants and stuff like that. Also not sure what I would really use a chest for, since I can just hold all the inventory, myself. I do need to make more scroll of bone. I need to make 4. Ooh, that's cool. Harvest damages nearby resources. Huh. What's this offer? There we go. So now at least I can complete another thing over here. And I should finish that. And then I can finish that. Now I just need to do the universal paint. So I gotta figure out how the hell I make a universal paint. I wouldn't be surprised if the cauldron or the cooking pot has something to do with it. Which I don't... Did I make a cooking pot? There it is. Get synergy with that. Put that in there. Looks like it may be it. I could spend some XP on all of this. Ooh. Gain 2 action additional jumps. Holy shit, that'd be cool. Ooh, I can make some of these. There we go. And then I can plant these as well. I just need some fertilizer, I think. What else do I need? The mill, funny enough, has synergy with a cooking pot. We actually dismantle this, and then... Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Oh. Oh, that's why it wasn't letting me do anything. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm probably gonna start calling you here as well. I can feel myself getting a little sleepy. But it was really wonderful chatting with you. I really do appreciate you tuning in and chatting and catching up with me. But yeah, I'll probably go for like another 5 or 10 minutes and then I'll probably call it there, get some sleep. Jeez, interesting. But yeah, I'm glad I got through a majority of the second section of this today, even if I wasn't really over there much. But that's kind of how like these idle games play out. My next stream I'll probably think of doing like some more Borderlands or some more Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that. But I kid you not, I was sitting here and I was thinking about this game all day. I'm like, man, it's like, this game was a lot of fun for me. I wonder what this other thing is. I've also not placed down a market yet. Oh. Interesting. So I can trade stuff for XP. Fuck that. Trade a whole fossil for 2 XP? Uh-uh. sure. I definitely really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'll probably say on that note, I'll start calling it here. Maybe take a little nap in between. I think Adzy's actually going to start streaming now as well. So I'll catch up with him in that. Let me get over here. Refill this up. There we go. So yeah, I'll call it here. And I appreciate you and anyone else who may be watching as well, as always. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day. Thank you, you as well. You let me hit one of these for the road. What do I get? Oh, I got the actual one. Hell yeah. Finally. But yeah, and I'll do one of these for you as well. But yeah, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And bye-bye.